Okay, we are starting Season 1, Episode 3 of The Last Door. Welcome back. Just keep pressing A and things will happen. And eventually, after the credits, which I believe we can skip once it starts, there we go, we will be in a forest. And when we're in this snowy forest, just keep going to the right when it gives you control anyway. So we'll keep going right, and eventually we'll kind of wake up again and break out the coffin again. Okay, so now we're out of the coffin. I'll just wait for my cursor to reappear. There we go. So we are going to exit to the left. We can examine the things on the wall, but we don't need to. Once we've done that, we're going to go to the right. Not sure if the dude here has an injured stomach or not, but he's walking very, very slowly. Okay. We're now in this like little courtyard place. And we're going to go through this door on the right. It's definitely Aberdeen. Look, dark, cloudy, grungy. Okay, so we are going to pass these guys. We don't need to talk to them. Just keep going right. Okay, so we're going to go through this alley thing. Water is dripping from the gutter. So we're going to use the water. You have to interact with it a couple of times to do so, and then you will pass out. There we go. So we are going to go back to the small courtyard that we are in, or that we were in, I should say. So we're going to go back through this. We can actually move faster now. This is good news. So with everybody gone, we're going to go back through this door, as I said. and we'll see this eye painted on the wall. We are now going to go back. Actually, what we'll do is, just in case, we will examine the eye. There we go. Right, now we can exit out. We're going to go all the way back to the right again. And I believe we can go into this alleyway here. Yep, there we go. Previously it was blocked by a cart, I believe. Okay, so we're going to go through the conversation. So after this conversation, we'll be in London. You'll also find we have a ticket in our inventory. So we are going to go the upper left path. And we're going to go through this door over here. There are levers in here. I'm going to call this from now on the butcher's shop. You're going to push the second lever, the first lever, and then finally the fourth lever. That opens that hole, which we can go through. This room I'm going to call the distillery. And we're going to pick up this bottle of gin, or the empty bottle of gin. Then we're going to go all the way back to the starting area. Well, the starting area of this segment anyway. So out of the door, or through the hole, out the door. And then all the way left to the previous area. Okay, once we're here, you want to go up to the stairway, and you'll see the fortune teller. We are going to speak to the fortune teller. Can I ask for help? Say I haven't got a penny to pay you. Okay, there's 5 cards here. She wants you to pick 3, but it doesn't matter which ones you pick. But I'm just going to pick top left, bottom middle. Don't know if they're random or not. I would assume that they are not random. But just in case, again, it doesn't matter which cards come up there. It is literally just you have to read the cards. That is the game's requirements. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is we are going to there is an achievement which requires us to see all of them. So what you will need to do is continue to go to the main menu and basically we are going to reload episode 3. Oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong button. My apologies. So episode 3. So we are going to new game this and continue to play through until you have seen all 5 cards. Continue doing everything that I did. So withdraw to the back, restart this video and do exactly what I did. And we are going to jump cut until we've seen all 5 cards that she has, and we will continue on. So jump cut. There will be an achievement called full deck once you have seen all 5 cards. So keep restarting until you've seen 5 cards and jump cut until we've done it. Okay, so I've just popped the remaining cards. You saw the end of the achievement popping up there. It may take you 2 or 3 attempts to get all of the cards again. It does appear that the tarot cards are randomly placed. There's nothing I can do to guide you to see all of them. You literally just have to keep restarting this chapter via main menu and then reloading until you've done that. When you've done that, you will get well, not the final achievement, but the full deck achievement for seeing all 5 tarot cards. Okay, so once you've done that, you can actually continue with what we want to do. And once you've done that, we are going to pick up this no, we're not going to pick up that, sorry. We're going to pick up this empty lamp next to the fortune teller. So we're going to take that. And then we're going to go to the right after the gentleman, who should leave. There you go. So we're going to follow him. Okay, so this time he's going to go to the right, but we are not going to follow him. We are going into the sewer grate here. There is oil there. We want to use the bottle on the oil, or whatever it is, drip it out of the pipe. So once we've done that, we are going to, instead of following the gentleman, we are going to go all the way back to the distillery, and I will tell you the next instruction when we get there. Okay, so what we now want to do, we want to use the oily water on this, I don't know what you want to call it, this thing on the table on the far left. It will, oh, it's an essentia apparently. There we go. So all the water's gone. We can now use the empty lamp on the essentia, which now has oil in it, oil in our lamp. Okay, so we are going to go back to the fortune teller. And then we are going to use the oil in the lamp, or the lamp with the oil, on this ember thing, the flame flickers. Okay, so we now have a lit lamp. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go back to where the man disappeared. We will open this door and we are going to follow the gentleman inside. You have to be quick here. There we go. Once we've done that, we are going to go all the way to the right. You may notice this building is very, very familiar. We're going to go through the door here, and this is going to allow us to get into the garden. So once we've come here, we are going to move back into, I don't know what you want to call it, the foyer, I guess. Right, so by the door that we came in, you'll see there's this clothes rack. We are going to take the gloves from the coat. We are then going to go upstairs and go through the first door on the left, which is here. Okay, we are going to use the gloves on the fireplace. That gets us a doorknob. Once we have the doorknob, we are going to speak to the elderly woman. Then we're going to exhaust all the dialogues. The choices here literally don't matter. Well, that's disturbing. Okay. Once we've done that, we are going to take the mask on the floor. We also get a photograph. There is a note on the bed. Read it. Okay, once you have read that note fully, we are going to exit the room and we are going to go to the left, past the ladder, use the doorknob on this door, and then go inside. Push back the shower curtain to the right. There is a mannequin in the bath. Take the wig from the mannequin. Interact with the thing until it interacts with the gramophone. So yeah, keep interacting with it until it does that noise and it literally stops you from interacting with it. So once you've done that, exit this room, keep heading left, and then you will want to go through the final door of this hallway, which is just here. Okay, so once we are in this room, we want to speak to the violinist. We are going to exhaust the conversation. You'll find on this table is a discarded musical score. We are going to take that. We are then going to go back into the hallway that we just came from, and we're going to go all the way to the right to the ladder. Well, not all the way to the right, but to the right until we find the ladder again. And then we're going to go up it. Which brings us to the attic. We want to examine the piano until it finds a key. We now have a key. We are going to use the score on the bottom of the giant bird cage to get a feather. There we go, we have the big black feather. So once we've done that, we are going to go back down from the attic, and we are going to go to the first bedroom, which if you may remember is on the right. We are going to use the small key on this big dresser, and we're going to get the dress from the dresser. We are now going to go all the way downstairs and into the backyard. Okay, so once we are in the backyard, there is a large tree stump here. We are going to be using the big black feather to get resin off of the tree stump. Then what we're going to do is we are going to combine the resin with the mask. So we've now got the fixed mask. We are then going to go all the way back upstairs and go talk to the violinist. So back inside the foyer, up the stairs, excuse me, up the stairs, and we're going to go all the way to the left to the room with the violinist. Oh, wrong room, sorry, my apologies. There we go, the violinist. We are going to go to the mannequin on the right, and we're going to use the fixed mask. Then we're going to use the wig. And then finally the dress. So not only does he give you the violin, he actually gives you a black key as well. So what we now want to do is we want to go all the way back to the yard. So it's all the way to the right. And outside. And then we're going to go all the way to the right, and when we get the opportunity to do so, we are going to use the black key on this, what I assume is a mausoleum, and we're going to go through the doorway. Going to keep moving right. Okay, so we are now in front of a bookstore. We're going to open this gate here. That gives us a shortcut back to the sewer for later. I'm going to attempt to open the door. It's locked. And then there's knocking on the door. We are then going to examine the door twice. So that was the first time. And now the second time. The door opens. Go inside. On this desk here, you'll find a note. Make sure to read it, because it's easy to miss that one because it's not highlighted unless you press the Y button. So keep going all the way to the right. And at the back of that, you will find a man somewhere. Here he is. Not quite sure why he's sitting in the dark, but he is. Go through the entire dialogue. Okay, so once you have done that, so we've got the black cat. We want to find all 5 of these books. The silver key. Also, word of note, Howard Phillips Lovecraft was a white supremacist, so fuck that guy. So again, anyway, you need to find all 5 books. You can use the Y button to find these 5 books. I'm not quite sure what the Y button is on the PlayStation, but by the Y button I mean the top face button. So once you've found and interacted with those 5 books, we are going to move to the left. We are now in the back room. Right, keep an eye out here. There is a note here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. There you go. So interact with that, you find a note. Okay, so we're going to find the stairway down to the basement. come past it. Whoops. So we want to go over to the left. Going to go to the left. And if you look closely, you will see a note here on the ground just to the right of where you came in. So just read it twice just to make sure that it counts. There we go. We are then going to go all the way to the right. And we're going to use the, when it gives us an option, we are going to use the violin on this black segment of the roots. And now we're going to go all the way to the left that the game lets us do so. And once it's done that, it should allow us to be back in the sewers, I believe. There we go, all the way to the left. And we're back in the sewers from early on. Okay, so if you remember at the start, we were kind of like at an intersection. So we're going to go all the way back to there. There you go. And you will see this bit of parchment here. And the gentleman appear. Follow him until he disappears. Okay, so you need subtitles on for this unless you're very good with your ears. There are ways to evacuate the areas, but you only want to exit with the certain sounds. So having subtitles on at the top of the screen allows you to be able to easily see which is the correct thing you want. So the first one, wind gusts. So we want to exit here. You will need to use the Y button to find the areas. So once you've gone to the wind doorway, exit, whatever you want to call it, our next one we want to be looking for is the crows. That's wind gusts, that's not the right one. Crows, there we go, it's on the right this time. And now the next one we want is the ocean. That's wind gusts, that's the wrong one. Okay, storming sea, so we're going to go back. And then the next one we want is dead silence. There we go. And if you did all of that right, you should get the 15G short path achievement. If you didn't do that right, you will have to completely do this episode again to have an opportunity to do that. Okay. Assuming that you got that achievement, we are going to continue, and we want to find the man eventually. Here he is on the right. Follow him out of the fog. We'll be in front of a theatre. Give him the ticket that we had all the way at the start of the episode. And then we are going to go in. And now what we need to do is go all the way to the right. And you'll find we have a stage that we can interact with, so let's go do that. You can choose any answer, but I chose True Philosophy. Take the mask that he's offered. And that is the end of Season 1, Episode 3. We will get an ending scene. The truth behind the curtain, 15G. And yes, we will continue in episode 4 of season 1 in the next video. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you very, very soon.